Okay, so I got me a THOR Cowl intake and be putting it on the Jeep today. This is what we got going on. I just cleaned the valve cover. It's gonna go right there. I got the bracket somewhere else, but this is what it looks like. Here's the tube, powdered black. It comes with a pre-filter if you use Bleeping Jeeps code. A couple of these decals. This is a nice one. The tubing. And then let me set up the filter. It looks pretty nice, actually. It's pretty rad. I like that the hose clamps are standard, not those weird like push clamp ones or whatever. This actually is really nice looking filter. Everything looks super clean in there. And then this little one. Oh, sweet. Comes with a little flashlight. That's pretty rad. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't know that they did that. Needs batteries. But that's pretty rad. Check that out. Came with a little flashlight. You can see a little LED in there. That's pretty rad. Alright. That's pretty sweet. That's quite a surprise. That's pretty awesome. And you got the self-tapping screws. Their Instagram and all that sort of website information, and looks like Pinterest, Facebook. Little sticker. It comes with a lot of little bits of swag. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. The pre-filter basically is just like a net that goes over the filter. Just sort of gets like the big stuff out of the way. Where I live, there's cottonwood trees all over the place. That's the bane of filters everywhere. You just got to clean that out. So this is going to be super helpful. Just making sure there's no cotton that comes out and just clogs the filter, because that's really important around where I am anyway. And dust. We had a sandstorm actually yesterday and it was horrific. And this is just a plain, just 90-degree hose. I like how everything is like branded. I mean, normally I don't like branding, but their logo is just so cool looking. I really do like it. And let's see what comes with two of these. So long it won't even fit in there. THOR Cowl induction, it says. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna start just getting all my tools together, and then I'll probably switch to the other camera, just because this one's about to die. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I've been cutting my XJ. This isn't working very well, to be honest. So that's what I got so far. There we go. You can look at my shitty angle grinding work. My apologies, I'm not very good at it. As you can see, it definitely got stuck. Took a lot of wiggling and a lot of grinding away just to get it to fit properly. This took me probably a good 15 minutes of just carefully wiggling it out to get it unstuck without messing up the filter. So yeah, it was pretty terrible actually. While I'm grinding,
It took a lot of work to get the hole actually high enough so I could fit the filter in, but I did finally end up being able to do that. And then after that, this is sort of when I put the wrong hose clamp over the pre-filter and the tube. So in the end of the video, you'll see me replace this with another one.
I'm just replaced the took off this. I took this off from here. This clamp wasn't even holding it, like I didn't even have to open it. It just slid right off. So I think the mechanic that I had fixed something down there. They just didn't put it on properly. So that was a little disappointing. Now we're just removing the clamps here. Factory air filter. I just changed this spring. It doesn't look too horrible. And then we've got these buggers here. I think those are 14. Oh, they are 14s. They're super tight. Alright, that's done. See if it slips out. There you go. It's off. Look at all that space that's just open now. I mean, I could put anything I want in there. That's a lot of space. It's pretty nice. Alright, so I just took a brief interlude to get some lube. It says to use some petroleum jelly or something similar just to help get that bad elbow on. So I forgot to look in the box, and I think I used the wrong hose clamp for the filter, and that's why it was so hard and I had to cut it off, because that was the wrong hose clamp. I didn't look in the box at the very bottom. So there is a hose clamp in there, and I guess I should have been paying more attention.
So I messed around with this elbow for some time, and it just wouldn't fit at all. The smaller diameter size does go over the throttle body, but even as loose as I could unscrew that metal clamp, I couldn't get it back on or around it. So I replaced that with the old plastic one that I used to have, because it was just so tight anyway. I wasn't particularly worried about it. And then I realized that there was no way I was going to be able to use the filter hose clamp around the wider diameter side of the elbow. It was going to be too loose, and it just wasn't fitting properly. So what I decided to do was just take it all apart. Basically all I did was I just unscrewed the bracket, replaced the hose clamps, switched them out so that the wide band is on the elbow and the thin band is around the filter, and that made everything work properly.
Alright guys, after a ton of wiggling, I decided I was just going to put the right hose clamp on the filter, so I took it all apart. It only took about 10 minutes, 10 or 15, and I removed the one that I accidentally put around the filter, and then I just put the standard hose clamp around the filter, and that made it so that this is actually fitting perfectly. So it's really important that you do the right hose clamp for that particular for the particular application, I should say. But now I'm less discouraged and more enthusiastic about the end of this install. I'll have to shave this down a bit. But looks like it'll do the job. So yeah. All right. So this is the end result. It looks pretty awesome. Just pretty happy with it. I started it earlier, and basically what I ended up doing was, this was the hose clamp that was on the filter, and that was the wrong hose clamp. So I changed the hose clamp that attaches the filter to the tube in here, and then I bolted it back on, and actually this tube fit better with the right hose clamp around the pre-filter, the filter. So I just decided to do that. This is all of the extra room that I have, and then this, I decided to use this one because I could not get the one that it comes with, the hose clamp that the kit comes with, to fit around my throttle body and the hose. It just was not working. I don't know why, it just wasn't, so I'm using this one till I can get a standard, just a little bit bigger of a metal, better hose clamp, basically. I'll put a clip at the end as far as what else I need to do regarding like what I'm going to do there. This will make it a lot easier for me to change my motor mounts. And then the purge valve is connected again. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this. Right now it's just setting right there. It looks like it's doing it all right here, but I don't want to keep it there forever. So I don't know where I'm going to put that. It's just sort of just right on there. So I don't know if that's good for it or not. Probably not. And then, it was a fight actually to get it to fit so I could still change my oil relatively easy. So this was in covering this. This was the original, the replacement Mopar breather hose that I had. It's just I cut it and then I just put the ends on both sides basically. For this, I just used a box cutter and just cut it, and that was no mess. Super duper easy to cut this plastic material, and it sounds really, the whole thing just sounds really, really nice. It does sound a little bit more throaty, the whole Jeep when it's on, and we'll see how it handles in the next few months.